Hello, hello, and welcome back to Nature's Galaxy. I'm your host and talkative friend Luna. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so why I have been super absent from asking anything, from showing my face, from just being online in general. Look, friend, this summer, since everybody's outside, look, I've been outside here and there, even today, pretty lit. Pretty lit, even when it comes down to acceptance, the T. I have dedicated my summer to being a part of different healing services, and I've also opened myself up to investing in my own artistic pursuit. So, for some of you who have known me for, it's been a decade. Oh my God. We're walking into a decade. What the bit? Anyway, walking into a decade. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna change, you're gonna change, life be lifing. So, like, we don't really have a choice. So, I've been really diving into my artistic pursuit because the first time I went to college for communication. I wanted to be a journalist. Um, Dark humor, TW, but seeing it years after, I realized I was like, I don't know if journalism is for me. Not to necessarily say I don't respect the actual pursuit of true journalism, but there's a meme that was going around where it's just like, what an honor to be by the CIA, by the FBI, because what is really going on behind the scenes and being able to have such courage, such bravery to even say that. What an honor. 222 on the timer. um, but as at least one of you knows, like during the first election of that orange Cheeto person in the White House, I was just like, dang, the alcoholism is crazy with my journalist friends from back in the day. So, not to say that you have a problem now. I know I haven't really been active with communication and being forthright, but I do recognize that, if you're still in the journalism category, I hope you're doing well. I hope your liver's doing well. I hope you have found a group, a new loved ones that have brought you in and really catered to who you are, developing as a person with, for the community, so on and so forth. So, for others of you who are watching this who are new to my channel, or semi new to my channel because I'm not really uploading too terribly much anymore, and the T for all of the Leos. And actually, for this whole channel, is that I'm not really going to upload as much as I used to in the past. Not to say like I'm not going to be here or there when it comes down to being like, oh, you need a reading? I got you. But it's more of like, I'm doing my healing practices. I'm doing my artistic investments to pivot for a very drastic reason. Look, we can turn on the news. There's a lot of reasons to pivot in other ways. I know my dreams are important, which has really had me center focused on learning tarot, learning different forms of divination. It's in my blood, and different things like that. Um, the indigenous, I mean, the old practices, the tradition, the actual tradition. It can't go far. I can't go far. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, type shit. Um, I've had two drinks so far. This is my third. Will I finish it? Maybe yes, maybe no. I just don't want to trigger anybody. So just in case you're just like, she's a little bit elated right now. Yes. but I want to be comfortable. And it's not to say like I always need substances to feel elated, but tomorrow your girl has a therapy sound bowl session. Again, still investing in my healing, but it's just cancer season this year has also been a weird combination of grief and moving on. Last year, I didn't really get the chance to feel everything I needed to feel in terms of my sadness, in terms of my drop, in terms of transformation. Like when you go through so much loss, it turns into this numbness that almost forms its own personality. And that's where I was last year. And coming into the summer this year, diving into my creative pursuits, diving into my healing pursuits, there has been a huge power dynamic that I've had to face. But more or less, I'm very happy with the results, with what I invested in. So, literally, all of Cancer season, all of Gemini season, and partly even going into Leo season, it's very much a time of investment. I got a notification on my end. So, whether that applies to you as well, I hope your investments go well. Cheers, my friend. I don't really have the tarot in front of me. All Mercury retrograde, I have not been able to read the cards accurately, but I do have the oracle cards. So I will be shuffling them. But to connect, just having a one on one wherever you are in the world, um, here's a one on one with me and you. When I come back to making tarot videos, as I was mentioning, I don't think it's going to be as rapidly blooming as I made it seem in the past, primarily because of how I want to digest astrology. I want to digest me even asking questions of you all, and even me being a teacher. I am the daughter of two teachers. Let me tell you, the apple does not fall far from the tree. No matter how much I try to resent it, escape it, run away, step back, I then step forward. I then fall graciously forward. I then become the fool in mastery. I become the wise fool that just the universe is still calling me on me and others, and maybe I'm selfish. Maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about. But I think I'm onto something, at least this time. So this is going to be my mature approach into reading the cards, di- digesting astrology for me and you. Because I know I be throwing shit at you guys sometimes, and if you've been watching me for a while, you're just like, I think I'm getting the hang of this. But I think it would be righteous of me to be dignified with the ebbs and flows of what actually needs to be broken down. Because look, the world's on fire. How about yours? I mean, I want to also mention this before I get into the cards. I thought of this not too long ago, especially in terms of cinema. So, obviously, people from California, I'm from California, so I have more than enough room to talk shit or to say the good things about California to a certain extent. But when it comes down to the media, when it comes down to cinema, so many people, obviously from California, if you're from California, you obviously know the devastation, but when you are around greenery, if you're around different parts of the earth or just different things, the different regions, different geographical wherever, um, you don't really see this whole catastrophe of life, of this the fire tornadoes going off here, there, or the earth erupting, and that cinema can get very old, especially if you're not from that climate. But now that the climate or climate change has reached every part of our waking theme life, Theme, Theme, theme life. It is time for this new creation or this new type of creativity to form and to truly blossom, break free. There's something here that I'm getting that intuitively you do obviously need to give space to certain situations, but how long do you give certain situations space? I don't really know why that is a channeled message for you guys, but here we go. Not everything I say will resonate with you, but based off of faith, we'll go from here. Baby sips, wine. All right, I'm going to get into these oracle cards, but I will probably have to put the microphone down for a moment in time. So if I have or you hear a lot of noises, I'm sorry in advance. And I'm also sorry when I pick it up. 11:11 on the timer. But give me one moment. Okay. So one of the messages that came through are make sure that you are holding things in the upright. For you, have faith. Fell on the ground for a moment in time, but here I am picking it up to show you. Have faith. Let go and enjoy. Be yourself. 12:12 on the timer. We have be of service. Seek hidden treasure. There could, oh, I got a message. I got something channeled. Some of you feel guilty because you were next to or know of someone who was involved in a crime potentially. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. But you feel so guilty. It's not your fault. And it's easier said than done, of course. So, where do you see the distinction? Where do you see the facade? Where do you see the dissociation? Seek hidden treasure, be of service. And the last card we have is reevaluate your priorities. Who are you giving to? 1313 on the timer. How fast are you giving? No insult to injury. These are just questions that are popping up intuitively. Popping up intuitively. Popping up intuitively. Be true to yourself. Let go and enjoy. Have faith. If you know something you know you need to do better, that's also coming through. For others of you, there's something here again about the dissociation of certain situations, maybe potentially with yourself, maybe potentially with yourself, maybe potentially you need to reprioritize and reevaluate what is important to you as you seek hidden treasure. Be of service. Thank you so much for stopping by, trusting me with your cards. Think things through as you, of course, will. As you, of course, will. As you, of course, will. Keep holding yourself to a higher standard. Don't fold. But also see through. See through. And see through. whenever you're watching this, I hope you have a great morning, noon, evening, or night, and I will talk to you guys next time.